Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're enjoying some candy and dressed up in a sweet costume and just having a blast. I wanted to talk to you today about a topic that's been going around the rollerblading world. Are there too many brands? And personally, I hate this topic because we could talk about it all day long and it's not going to change anything. It's not like the opinions of people are going to change the fact that there are so many brands. It's like arguing that the sky should be a different color other than blue. I mean, we're over blue. Blue sucks. Like, let's change it to red. For variety, it should be a different color every day of the week. It's just a pointless conversation because you're not going to change the thing that you're arguing about. But I understand from a devil's advocate's point of view the rationale behind, well, there's too many brands because, yeah, it's true that each brand will make less money because they will get a smaller piece of the pie and they won't be able to do as much maybe in terms of like paying people or creating new product, things like that. It might also create like a confusing world in terms of like too many options and people getting overwhelmed. Personally, I do not think there are too many brands. I think there are the perfect number of brands right now. I think the thing that people have to remember is that consumers and shops are not obligated to buy or support all of the brands that exist. Consumers, shops, they're free to say, oh, this product looks dope, this skate looks amazing, I want to purchase it or bring it into my shop. This is called the free market. This is called like capitalism. And competition is good because it puts pressure on the brands to innovate and market their things appropriately and compete with the other brands and make something that people love and want to buy. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And I like the fact that you want a lot of different visions and approaches and ideas in terms of technology. You don't want just like one or two options where if you don't like that, then too bad, this sport isn't for you. Like, I think people get in their small silos and they forget just how big the world is. Like Earth is huge. There's like 200 countries, okay? Like, you exist in your little country, in your little town, and you're buddies with like the person that you think should be getting all of the boot sales in rollerblading because he does it right, but you forget that there's like so many different countries and ethnicities and genders and types of people and types of rollerbladers and people who want like cheap skates, price point skates, people who have a lot of money and want like a luxury skate, people that are willing to drop like a whole ton of money or a little bit of money, people who love to skate like aluminum frames, people that love to skate plastic frames, small wheels, big wheels, luxury liners, stock liners. Like, there's just so many different, like, this is a clusterfuck of opinions and viewpoints, and you don't want that to change. That's what's beautiful about rollerblading. You want there to be just a ton of options, and I know it can be confusing and like, trust me, dude, why did I say dude? That was lame. But trust me, I'm very confused when it comes to rollerblading. But I also love that it's such a confusing world. I love that sometimes it's overwhelming to think like, oh, do I want to skate big wheels? Do I want to skate small wheels? Like, as a person who loves to do grinds, as a person who loves to coast on 110s or do wizardy tricks on 90 mil wheels, or like, I like to skate everything. And I don't think one type of skating is the way to do it. I don't think one brand has it all figured out. Like, this is a huge world of possibility, and I wouldn't want to stifle that with saying there should only be a certain number of brands that do a certain amount of things, and there should be a council that decides what brands are real and who deserves to have a piece of this industry because they've put in their time and they know they have the answers about what the industry should or shouldn't be. Like, the thing that people have to remember about the people they put up on a pedestal is that rollerblading, like, failed. Like, like when you say, oh, this person knows how to do it proper, and yeah, you might resonate with what they do, but like, rollerblading is not a huge success. So what does that tell you? To me, it says that person didn't have it figured out. To me, that says, like, they didn't hit a home run. Like, nobody has this shit figured out. And I wouldn't, like, what if there was some dude in some small town that had a ton to contribute to this sport in terms of their vision, what they think is cool, the technology that they think would be effective, and your voices of like, there should only be a certain amount of brands and how dare you bring more into the industry. What if that kid could have really brought more participants into the sport, and you're just discouraging him from doing that because you don't think he's core or you don't think he's deserving of having a piece of this industry. I think it's just very elitist, and it's very like arrogant in thinking that you think you know who has the answers. I think we all have to have a bit of humility and realize that, like, maybe we should let more people come in and try different things because nobody has it figured out. And if their ideas suck, then nobody's gonna buy their shit, and they'll fizzle out. Like, a part of me thinks all this stuff with the tariffs and the economic situations, putting pressure on the brands is actually a good thing, because it's going to force them to either put up or shut up. And like, if your idea sucks, I think those brands will die a lot quicker than they would if like everything was great and it was like COVID times. So it's really going to be a litmus test of like, is your idea good? Does your brand resonate with the culture? I do think a lot of brands are going to die over the next year or two, but I might be wrong. Like, all these brands are surviving; they're not like slowing down. They're still coming out with new skates, so there's people buying them, you know. And I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome that we have choice. I think it's awesome that there are all these different visions that people can grab onto if they want and hate on if they don't like that. This is the world we live in. Like, people are free to do what they want to do. Like, this is rollerblading. You do what you do. You do what you want to do. And like, if you want to start a council, start a council. Start, like, you're not going to stop brands from starting, and how dare you think you should even do that. But if you want to start like an elders council, you're free to like do a ranking system of brands on their like core certification, or how cool you think they are, how dope their technology is. You can do that, and people are free to look at you and say, oh, you have credibility, we trust what you say, we're going to put value in your ranking system. And then people are free to look at you and say, you're ridiculous. It goes both ways. This is a free country. Rollerblading is for everyone. And like, I love that there are as many brands as there are. Bring on more. I know that, you know, brands might be suffering, and they might say, well, if there weren't so many brands, then I'd be doing a lot better, you know? Hey, that might be true, But like, maybe if you were doing a better job, maybe you would be doing better. Like, stop blaming, the fact that there are so many brands on your lack of success. This costume that I'm wearing is probably causing me to speak in a little bit more like confident and arrogant way than I normally would. So keep in mind that I'm open to having my mind changed. Like, this is just how I feel in this current moment. And I am, my viewpoints might evolve over time, but I definitely just do not understand thinking that there are too many brands unless you have a vested interest in a certain brand. Unless that's the only, like, I'm trying to understand. And I think it's small elitist thinking. So take it or leave it. Happy Halloween. We out here, we doing it up. Rollerblading is amazing. Rollerblading is as fun as you want it to be. Rollerblading, like, it's not about the fucking brands. Rollerblading is about people. People are going to outlast brands. Okay? The person that you like don't like because they are like associated with a certain brand, that brand probably won't exist in 20 years. And that person will exist. And you might miss out on a great relationship because you were all caught up in this stupid brand bullshit. Like, it's about people and it's about relationships, and like, that's what's the most important thing. More important than what brands people support. Like, I'm over it. Keep skating or something.